Hey guys, Bettina here, welcome back. So can we talk today about taking a break? Because I, hand on heart, really suck at it, and it's come to my attention that I'm not the only one. And I don't really care what stage of motherhood you're at. So whether you are trying to conceive and are worried about taking a break, which I have done a video about before, I'll link that one above, or whether you have a brand new baby and you know you should nap when the baby naps, but you don't. You do other things like looking at social media. Or whether you're a busy working mum and you know you should give yourself a break by, I don't know, hiring a cleaner, getting a babysitter, doing any of the number of things we can do to take a break, even just asking for help. And yet we don't. We try to be superwoman and we do everything. I think we need to talk about this today. So I think it's important to start with, somewhere along the line, we got the message that we have to do everything. I don't know whether it's because we grew up being told we could do anything we wanted, and somehow our brains interpreted that as we need to do everything. We need to have a great job, earn money, we need to be a great mum and keep the house spotless, we need to be an amazing partner, we need to be a great friend. Nowadays, we also need to run an online business. You know, the list is endless, and it's just not possible to do all of these things. Certainly not all at once anyway. And I talk about this, and I feel like I've spoken about this before, because it's number one, my biggest problem too. Like, here I am, it's Christmas, we have had the biggest couple of years, and I'm exhausted, and still I feel the pressure to keep going. Why? I created an online business, my own business, so I could have freedom. And here I am, feeling like I still need to keep going, regardless of the time of year, regardless of the fact that it took us 2 years to have this beautiful baby. And I feel pressured to keep up with everything, to keep up with the housework, to keep up with creating videos, to keep up with writing, to keep up with all of the things. The list is endless, basically. I know you know what I'm talking about because you probably feel the same, you probably do the same. You probably have also had a massive year, whichever stage of motherhood you're at, and you probably know you need to take a break. And like me, you're probably not. Let me know in the comments if this is you or it's just me and my type A personality to do all of the things all of the time. So I think it's interesting, I'm also a yoga teacher, and one of the biggest lessons that yoga teaches us is it's all about balance, and balance is not something we ever find. Like, if you're in a balancing pose, you don't find it and bam, you've got it for the rest of your life. It's something you're constantly seeking. And this is what the practice is all about. What happens on our mat applies to everything else in our life. And it's the same with balance. We have to constantly be seeking it. And in a yoga class, I encourage people to stay in Shavasana. Personally, I am really good at going to a yoga class now and spending the entire time in Shavasana, which, if you've never done yoga before and you're finding this video for the first time, is lying on your back like a corpse. I'm great at doing that for an entire hour. What I'm not great at is translating that to my real life and taking a break, to being really good at saying no to things, to putting things aside and being like, that will happen when it happens. Instead, I am very good at setting goals, ticking things off my to-do list, and going. But here I am. It's been a big couple of years, like I said. It took us 2 years to have Luca. We lost 3 babies in that time. We now have a 5-month-old, so that's 5 months of no sleep. Andrew worked away for part of this year, starting at when Luca was a few days old. So there's been a lot of high and low emotions. There's been a lot of stress. I've also written a book. Yeah, I probably haven't mentioned that recently because I've just been like hiding away doing it. So there's been 50,000 words written amongst all this other stuff, as well as making videos for you guys, which I love doing. Don't get me wrong, like, none of this is like, I hate doing it. I love doing it. That's why I keep doing it. But that doesn't negate the fact that I probably need a break. So yeah, I've made a video a week, sometimes 2 videos a week for the last year, plus videos for my online yoga circle, which is my membership. So that's more videos. Plus, I also discovered this year that I love vlogging, which is like next level videos because it's so much footage, so much editing, which I love, but is very time consuming. So there are all of these things, and I don't list all of these things to make you feel like you're doing less or to compare, because I'm sure your list, if you really looked at it, was just as long as mine. It probably just contains different things. But I think that's the point. I think our lists are getting too long and we need to get better at taking a break. And we need to stop feeling like taking a break means that the world is going to fall apart without us, that our family is going to fall apart without us. So like I said at the start of this video, whether you're taking a break means you need to stop thinking about trying to conceive, obsessing, doing all the things that are involved in that, because I know there are a lot and it feels like this, like you're gripping tight. Whether your break needs to be letting go of the housework just to be with your baby, enjoy your baby, nap when they nap, whether your break is hiring a cleaner, whether your break is not cooking over the next couple of weeks over Christmas, getting a food service in, like, yes, it's more expensive, but maybe that's an expense that needs to happen so you can enjoy just having a clean kitchen and being with your family. Maybe you need to take a break from expectations, from expecting things to go a certain way. Maybe you've been expecting, maybe this is your first Christmas with a baby and you've been expecting things to look a certain way and it's not going that way. Maybe your break needs to be from expecting anything, and not in a really down, negative way, but just let it unfold as it's meant to, not expecting it's going to look like it's possibly looked in the past. Maybe you need to take a break from exercise. Maybe you've been trying to lose weight or get healthy, and maybe you just need to give yourself a big old break from the rules of it all and just, you know what, see what happens if you just step back. Because often we feel like when we're trying to lose weight, we feel like if we step back and stop, you know, like we're going to be 100 kilos heavier at the end. And to be honest, what usually happens is, one, we enjoy ourselves a lot more, and two, we might be 1 or 2 kilos heavier, but no big deal. So what happens if you took a break? What happens if over the next 2 weeks we just all took a big old break, stopped doing all of these things, and just enjoyed the Christmas season? How would that feel? So guest appearance from Luca here, which probably is a sign I need to take a break from this video. So I guess what I want to say is, if you need a break, and you'll be feeling run down, you'll be feeling like Christmas is stressful, and it shouldn't be stressful. It should be really joyful and fun and exciting, especially if you've got little kids. If you are feeling like me, like it's time for a break, and maybe like me, you feel like you need permission to do it, this is your permission slip. Which, by the way, you don't need permission. You could just take a break whenever you need. But I know for me, I often feel like I need to keep going. It's these expectations of myself that I put way too high. And I'm done. I'm done for the year. I'm just going to enjoy this beautiful, beautiful little boy and his 2 beautiful older brothers and my husband and my extended family and all of the amazing Christmas food, and hang out in my togs and maybe do no yoga, maybe do lots of yoga, I don't know. I might keep vlogging because, like I said, I've discovered I love vlogging and I like creating those memories, but I don't know, maybe I won't do that either. This is me signing off for 2018. Thank you so much for being here with me for this year. For those of you who have been around for a couple of years, thank you for your endless support throughout our losses and the birth of Luca. Oh, didn't think I was going to get emotional in this video. It's you. It's been a very busy year, and now it's time to hit pause, to sit back and to enjoy the fun of the Christmas season, and to enjoy the love that this time of year brings and all the joy and happiness. So from my heart to yours, from my family to yours, thank you for being here. Please take the break that you need. Enjoy this Christmas season. I will see you in 2019. Namaste.
You better not die. You better not pound. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He knows when he's making a list and he's checking it twice. He knows when he wraps nothing and nice. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, pretty good for goodness sake.
Merry Christmas!